Hello and welcome to the second lesson of Advanced Ranger Tactics. Today we are going to cover the ins and outs of one-hand sword mobility. To use one-hand sword to its maximum efficiency, we have to set some necessary options. At first we deactivate the auto attack by right-clicking it while holding the control key. This is necessary because we want to manipulate the attack chain and also because you cannot dodge while performing auto attack chain 2 and 3. We want full control. In addition to that, we want to disable auto targeting. The mobility on the one-hand sword abilities is linked to the current target of the ranger. Choose them yourself. With this out of the way, let's jump into the nitty-gritty. What you can see the ranger performing here is called a 2 pounce. This technique allows us to gain considerable distance to our foe by using the third auto attack chain, named pounds, 2 times in short succession if we don't hit an enemy. The ranger forcefully deselects the target from the golem, then he performs auto attack chain 1 and 2 manually by pressing the hotkey twice. Finally, he makes sure he is facing away, where his third auto attack chain won't hit any enemies. In this clip the ranger is far enough inside the golem to not hit him with pounce. Spamming the hotkey for pounce now allows to cast 2 pounds, before having to go through the chain again. Some additional notes: while we watch the ranger use the 2 pounds on boxes in Kylo to get through the map. Using quickness shortens the cast time of pounds and simultaneously the distance leaped, thus it is highly recommended to not use the 2 pounds with quickness. Obviously it is harder to perform the 2 pounds on moving targets, but with some exercising you can use it as a great advantage when beating someone in a race to a capture point. The next short clip will showcase 2 different small tricks. Let's watch it once before I explain. The attentive eye will have noticed that both tricks were performed with the same input. Weapon swap. Let's go through it step by step and explain in detail. The ranger is trapped on a platform without much space to move on. He wants to perform the leap portion of Sword 2, but using Hornet Sting would throw him off the platform. Using weapon swap right as the cast of Hornet Sting finishes and the animation starts, cancels the movement portion of the ability. Because both weapon sets of the ranger have one-hand sword in the main hand, he can now perform Monarch's Leap. At this rate the ranger will overshoot the jump and land on the ground behind the next platform. Using an additional weapon swap cancel stops the leap animation and movement early. Out of combat, the no sting can also be performed with only one-hand sword in the 2 weapon slots. Just swap weapons after weapon swap, canceling the Hornet Sting. The last piece of advice in this video will be to use Hornet Sting targeting enemies whenever it is possible. This is called Smooth Sting. In the first clip the ranger did not target an enemy behind him when performing Hornet Sting and thus had to turn the camera and align the character's facing angle. This results in lost time depending on your ping. In the second clip a smooth sting is performed by selecting an enemy behind oneself. Be sure to deselect the enemy before using Monarch's Leap. An additional note: be aware of enemies who might teleport in front of you. That will cause you to Hornet Sting into unwanted directions. Thank you for your attention and tune in next time when we cover Ranger Pets.